welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. Today is an interesting one. It is a completely plant-based food shop with a high protein, macro friendly twist to it, I guess. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I have challenged myself this week to do a plant-based only diet. So basically, I'm not gonna have any animal products or anything that is derived from an animal. I'm really excited. It is a big challenge for me. If you have watched any of my other videos or you do follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I'm probably pretty far from plant-based in what I normally have. I do get a lot of my protein from meat sources. I do eat dairy. There isn't really much that I tend to kind of cut out from my diet. So this was a big challenge, but one which I'm really up for, just in terms of challenging how I can actually meet my macros, hit my protein, work towards my goals without always having to rely on meat or animal-based products to do so. I just want to be really honest. I want to document everything from how it affects my training, my physique, my mood, my mind, just everything. But I thought the first step of this kind of series of videos could be to just show you what I actually picked up as my food shop, because it looks very different in some ways to what my normal food shop looks like. Make sure that you subscribe, because the other video is going to be up on Sunday, which will basically be at the end of this week, showing you exactly how I got on, exactly how I turned all of this into meals, into everything, and just how I found things and kind of my experience as a whole. But yeah, let's get into it. Let me show you what I picked up. Okay, so starting off with kind of breakfasty items over here. These are what I normally buy. They are the Quaker protein sachets, and I've checked the ingredients and I think we are all good. There isn't any milk in them and they only use soy protein. So these guys I think are okay. I also picked up some protein granola, which again said that it was vegan friendly, and also these high protein wheat bisques from Fuel as well. Again, they say that they are vegan at the bottom and the macros in them are pretty good. So in 2 bisques, it says there is around 7 grams of protein and 25 grams of carbs, so not too bad. These looked really, really nice. So I've got those. I've obviously got my normal jar of oats, and I sometimes make them with cacao powder, so that's what's in this jar. Finally, I did pick up this pancake mix, which again said that it was vegan friendly. It is also gluten free. But I just thought it'd be a good one to have as like another breakfasty option if I fancied it, with some maple syrup and some berries and all of that stuff. Okay, moving on to kind of like the snacky section. To be honest, these are snacks that I would tend to buy anyway. It just happens that they are actually completely fine to have because they say on them they're vegan friendly. So obviously Hippies, which are just amazing, little chickpea puffs, which I love snacking on. Pop chips, which again are delicious. Party rings. Party rings are literally life. I feel like I talk about them in every single video, and luckily they are vegan friendly, which is just amazing. I've also got some chocolate covered rice cakes, which again say they are vegan friendly. Some Serene banana lunchbox things, which again said that they were okay. Some Simply Vegan peanut, coconut and chocolate bars, which just look nice as like a little bar to have if I wanted it. Then these are kind of more of like the sweeter snacks for like the evening and for that type of thing. So these were really highly recommended as just really, really nice chocolate bars to have. So I've got these and also some buttons here, and this is the normal dark chocolate that I put on my oats in the morning. Again, it says on the back that it doesn't have any milk in it, so this one is good to go. Finally, these just looked really, really nice. They say they're only 129 calories per little pot, and again, they're dairy free, and this company got a lot of good reviews, so I picked a little pack of these up for maybe a little pudding. Nice sourdough, some nice wholemeal wraps, because I love having wraps at lunchtime. Bagels, I always talk about bagels as they're just great. So pack of bagels, peanut butter, obviously to have just in general, particularly I always have it on my oats in the morning. So that is just an essential. And then just some more like cupboardy items. So ketchup, obviously, because I just have ketchup with pretty much everything. I also found this on Ocado, which was a sweet paprika protein ketchup, which sounds really, really yummy. Again, on the front, it does say it's vegan friendly, low in sugar and gluten free. So I'm excited for this one, excited to give this a little bit of a go just because it sounds really nice. Next, into like the bean section. So I picked up quite a few different tins of stuff. So these are some mixed beans and there's a few different ones. These sounded quite nice because they were in like a spicy kind of tomato-y sauce. Just some regular kidney beans and some chickpeas. All of these just, I think, are going to work really, really well at helping top protein up into things like rice and pastas and all of that stuff. So for example, if you put half a can of these chickpeas in with your pasta, that would add 10 grams of protein. So that's pretty good just for half a can of chickpeas. So I've got a couple more of these in the cupboard, but I just thought these are going to be great for throwing into things, just bump protein up a little bit. But obviously they're only beans. That's literally insane. Couple more saucy items. I bought kind of a cheesy, creamy sauce, which I found in Waitrose. I think I actually got this on Ocado. Again, this just looked really nice and says that it's vegan. I use chopped tomatoes quite a lot in things. I just find they're really good to put in when I'm making things like fajitas or bolognese or that type of thing. So I just picked up a couple of these because obviously they're totally okay to use and just throw in with some soy mince or just to make a sauce or anything like that. This looked really, really nice. It's a healthier bolognese sauce, it says on the back, which is really cool. It says there is no added sugar, gluten-free, veggie and vegan friendly, and it also has 0 air miles, which I just thought was really nice. I have already opened the jar and it smells amazing, so I'm excited about this. To go with those things, I've obviously got my rice packets, which I normally have pretty much most days. I have some kind of rice or something just because they're great carb sources. They're really easy in these packets. You can take them with you. I've also got some quinoa just because it's really nice. And again, this has just got a little bit more in it in terms of protein than what rice does. So really like this. Next, probably what has blown my mind the most is all the different types of pasta which are really high in protein. So I picked this red lentil fusilli, I think that's how you say it, up in Tesco's. And macro wise, one serving, which is like your normal standard pasta serving size, has got 20 grams of protein in. That is literally insane. So this I'm really looking forward to. So you can see if you had that with a little bit of sauce and then you threw in half a can of your chickpeas, that's easily 30 grams of protein already in a meal and you haven't used a single bit of meat, which I think is really, really cool. Next, this was so recommended, this brand, as a really high protein, vegan friendly pasta. So in 100 grams, there's 42 grams of protein. And you can pick this up in loads of places. Ocado, Asda, Tesco's. I think I've seen it in Aldi, like it's everywhere. And it's really, really good. So I'm excited to have this. Again, it's just a great high protein sauce without anything else really needing to be added to this one. Next up, these are kind of the meat alternatives. So I've got a meat-free mince, which again was from Ocado. The macros in this are really, really good. They're very similar to normal mince, to be honest with you. So 100 grams is 90 calories, 0.5 grams of fat, 15 grams of protein, and 3.5 grams of carbs. So that is literally ideal. So I can make a really nice bolognese with that, or maybe some fajitas. I also picked up some of the corn products. So these are just obviously not chicken, but chicken style fillet things. These look really good, and again the macros are very similar to chicken. This I'm excited about. It isn't bacon, but it is bacon. It's plant-based rashers. The macros in this were ridiculously good. So 100 grams has got 24 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, and 10 grams of carbs. So these are really good. I'm looking forward to trying these properly because they sound amazing. Next, these are soy-based like nuggets. Again, they weren't too bad. I just love things like this. So it was great to find something which was just an easy swap. So looking forward to these guys. Linda McCartney's range was recommended by so many people. So I picked up some of the vegetarian sausages. Again, the macros and stuff were pretty good. They weren't as good as these options, which it definitely was a little bit higher in terms of protein and like lower fat, but they were still a pretty good option, so I picked those up. Next we have some tofu. I have never tried tofu before, so I'm looking forward to this. Again, everyone said pick up some tofu, so I've picked up some tofu. Gonna give this a go. Again, it does have protein in it, a fair chunk of protein. It does carry with it a little bit more fat than some of those fake meat options, but yeah, I'm excited to try this. These sound amazing. I did pick up a couple of other options from this Vivera make, but this was the main one that I was excited about, which was a plant-based burger. In terms of other protein, I do also have a chocolate and a strawberry vegan protein blend. So yeah, 2 different flavors to make kind of smoothies and just all of that stuff. Moving into the veggie section. The veggie section, to be honest with you, isn't that different to what I would normally buy. I've just maybe bought a little bit more of it. So I've got my sweet potatoes, my spinach, my peppers. I've also got some mushrooms under here, which are just really, really nice. These are really nice to cook with. They are kind of frozen vegetable mixes. They say on them that they are vegan friendly, and they're just loads of veggies chopped up, ready to put in a pan. They're really simple and lazy, but they're perfect to keep in the freezer as like an emergency, and they're much, much cheaper than buying veg like this as well. Fruit-wise, I've got blueberries, strawberries, bananas, standard, and also a frozen pack of smoothie mix. Strawberry and banana. This is really yummy. I have this. I'm going to mix that with some of the vegan protein powders. Ice creams. I picked up some vegan cornettos. These look really, really good. Again, they're only 179 calories per cornetto, which is the dream. And I've actually had this before, but I was really excited to actually see that it was dairy-free, so it's vegan friendly. It's just a vanilla ice cream. This is really yummy. Okay, moving on to like the milky section. I have got an oat milk. I also found this one, which is a dairy-free hot chocolate. I also found that this Oatly brand do a vanilla custard, so that is there just as a little pudding topper. I already used this butter before this week's challenge, so I already had this in the fridge, but it is the Flora Light plant-based butter. It's really good. The macros are really, really good, much, much lower in calorie than normal butter because obviously it hasn't got dairy in it, so love this. Finally, you know that I'm a big yogurt eater in terms of high protein yogurts. So I picked up this Outpro high protein one and also a Tesco own brand one, which was just a plain yogurt. I did pick up a cheese, just a grated cheese maybe to throw on something. And then finally, these are kind of cheat friendly meals if I'm in a rush or I just need something really quick. So I've picked up, there's a few more of these in the fridge, but some of these bowls, they are really nice. The macros in them are pretty good. Again, if I feel like they're a little bit lower in protein, what I will probably do is throw some of these in, or maybe throw some extra chickpeas or beans or something in with them just to top it up slightly. And then also some of the Tesco own range Plant Chef stuff. This one sounds really, really good in particular. The macros are really good. There's like over 30 grams of protein in this. So I'm excited about this one. Right guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it has been interesting to just see what I picked up for this week and just my first ever attempt at a plant-based food shop. So let me know below, like I said, if there is anything that I've missed which I should have got, which I absolutely need in my life. But yeah, I'm so blown away by how many options there were. I thought that it was going to be really difficult to find high protein foods, and just, yeah, it's been fab so far. So I'm really excited. I will keep you posted on my Instagram, so make sure you follow along this week, and also make sure you subscribe so you don't miss Sunday's video where I just give the full rundown of how exactly this week has gone.